Hi everyone! I'm here today with my June favourites, and I know it's a little bit late, but I still wanted to do it. Let's start with the book first. So my favourite book of the month of June was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. This was a reread for me. I haven't reread this book for several years though, so it felt a bit like I was reading it for the first time again because I forgot about some of the bits that happened in this book, and I realized how different, well, not different, but how many things are missed out in the films compared to the books. The books are so much more complex and complete, and I was really happy with this 7th book. The conclusion to the series, it was so good, 5 stars, and I really enjoyed the experience of rereading it again, but it felt like I was reading it for the very first time again at some points. So I loved it. Another bookish thing that happened to me in June is my first ever buddy read, and I was reading a book, Desperation by Stephen King, with Unicorn from the Bookish Land, and I absolutely loved the experience of it. Not only because it was interesting to read a book with someone else, we were reading a chapter per day and we would discuss it. It was interesting to read it and share the ideas or thoughts on each chapter each day, but I also liked getting to know her better and just chatting to her, because we wouldn't only be just discussing a book, we would be talking about different things that happen in our lives and things like that. So we became friends like that, and I really miss her now that we don't discuss a chapter per day, but we still message each other once in a few days, and I really liked this experience a lot, and it was just wonderful, and we're planning to do another buddy read in August. Moving on to non-bookish things, my favourite film of the month, even though I haven't watched many films in June, still, I watched Pirates of the Caribbean in cinema. And I really liked it. I always like watching films in the cinema a lot more than at home, because it's a completely different level of experience, if you know what I mean. It was such a good film. It was interesting, and in some scenes it was epic, and it is definitely one of my favorite films ever. The first one was the best one. Others I just felt like they were a bit too much, and this one definitely felt like it was a bit too much at some points, but it was still very enjoyable and I really liked it. Another very exciting thing that happened in June, my father came here in England to live in our flat for 2 weeks, and I loved it so much. I liked walking with him around the town, and we would just be walking in the fields, in the woods, and just like countryside. It was so good. I love walking somewhere where it is quiet, there are no people there, or just, you know, old couples or people with dogs, which I found really cute. So it was such a good experience. And also one of the places that we went to specifically with my husband as well, it was Legoland. It is a theme park in Windsor near London, and I loved it so much. I didn't expect to like it as much, but some of the rides that I thought I would be scared of, you know, which go like up and then go down very suddenly, I thought I'd be scared of those, even though it wasn't that high, or it wasn't for a long time, it wasn't, you know, something too dangerous or something. But I thought I would be scared because I'm scared of heights. And I loved it so much, and I went to that ride, well, we all went to that ride because of me at least 3 times. And there were a couple of others that I really liked. The Vikings was really good. And there was also one ride when you were on a boat, I guess something like a boat, and you would go through the water, and then you would go straight down, and when you go down the water just comes into you, and we were soaked. Well, if you're lucky you wouldn't be soaked. I would just hide my face in my husband's hood, who was sitting in front of me, so that my makeup wouldn't be ruined. But it was so much fun in general, and the whole place was really wonderful because there was Miniland area where you could see different countries or different cities, like London. There was Scotland, France, Netherlands, Sweden, and I think United States and a couple of others, and they were made of Lego bits. And they looked real, especially in the pictures. They look like it's just a small town and you're like a giant person. It was wonderful. I loved it so much. It was definitely a very good experience. And I don't think I am that scared of heights anymore, to be honest. So that was good. Another thing that I want to mention is another app on my phone, and it's definitely not promoted or anything. I'm not paid for it, but it's called Gardenscapes. And basically, I'm just in the game. But basically, there's this garden which is ruined and you need to fix it. But in order to fix it, you need to do these things. You just like match this. Well, in this task, you need to get 8 glasses of lemonade so they would go down. You see, things like that. And completing each of these levels, you would get a star and you would be able to fix one specific thing in the garden or complete a different task. It is so much fun playing it. I absolutely love this game. It's just adorable, so relaxing, and the music is lovely. So here's the garden and here's the gardener. He's absolutely lovely too. Another thing that I just discovered in June was just normal black tea with real mint leaves. I don't know why I've never tried it before, but I decided to try it in June, and oh my god, this tastes delicious. Thinking of it now, I really want a cup of it, but we haven't got any mint left. That's a shame, but it tastes so good. It feels good in your mouth, it feels good for your throat, and I think it can help you if you have a sore throat. It is just incredible. It tastes delicious. One of my favorite drinks ever now. Now, more random things that I just like to show you. Some of the things that I show you I think are a bit weird, but I still like showing them. I recently noticed that I've been using the same perfume for the past several months, and I wanted something different, but I didn't want to buy anything expensive. So I saw this in Superdrug, and that is Zoella Fragranced Body Mist. And the fragrance is called Let's Spritz. It's not sweet, but it smells so nice, and you probably can see that I've used almost all of it in 1 month, because the only thing, it doesn't last for a long time, unfortunately. Well, it's not really like raw fragrance, and it was only £8, so you can't really expect it to be very good. But anyway, it smells good. I love it. Also, I quite like the packaging. It's pretty cute. Another thing is probably the one that everyone's been using, well, every girl at least has been using, and I just discovered it in June. That is a dry shampoo. This is the one from Superdrug, and I love the smell of it. It is sweet and delicious sweetie. It is a lifesaver, to be honest, sometimes when you just don't have the time to wash your hair and you just want it to look like you've just washed it. This is perfect. It does its job, because it feels like I've just washed my hair after this one, because it makes it so much better and it's so easy to use. And it was £3 something in Superdrug, but then I found it was a lot cheaper in Boots. I was disappointed. It was £1.50 or 60 for this bottle. I'm loving it, and the smell of it is delicious. I think it smells like raspberry or strawberry, something like, yeah, it smells really good. Anyway, I'm loving it. I forgot to mention that my father bought this cute little keyring for me. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's like a small tiny dragon, and I found him just so cute. And also purple is my favorite color. I don't know if he's like from a film or something. I just found him really cute. He's just adorable. Look at him. He's honestly adorable. I love it. Another thing is a mug. That is this cute owl mug. If you watch several of my favorites video, you might know that I love cats and owls, and I love purple, so this is both. And I also quite like the shape of this mug. And again, it was in Poundland for £1. I absolutely love it. And also my father bought this one for me, so that was cute. Another thing is the thing that my father again brought from Russia, this little cute cat. I really hope you can see him. He's made of glass, and I bought it in St. Petersburg when we were there. I loved him so much and he brought it back for me. I'm so happy to have him here. I love cats. I have a collection there on my dressing table. I don't know if you can see it. And another rather strange thing to mention, but I have been loving going into the Polish food shop. I think it's called Polish Deli Food, something like that. And I absolutely love their sausages. They are the tastiest ever in the world. I think one of them is called Cabanas. I don't know. And also an interesting thing that I found there is that obviously all of the products are written in Polish and then there will be the English translation somewhere. But I found it interesting that whilst reading the names in Polish, I would be able to understand them in Russian, because some of the words would just be the same, obviously written with different letters, but I can read it and understand what it means without even looking at the English one, because the words are almost the same from time to time, and sometimes it could be a little bit changed or written a bit differently, but the same word. I find it so fascinating. It really makes me want to learn other Slavic languages because I already understand some of them, and sometimes I just like watching them for fun. Videos in Polish, or in the Czech language, or Bulgarian, because I can understand some of the words from time to time and I can read them from time to time, but not like properly read and understand the whole sentence. Just some words would be familiar and it makes perfect sense to me, especially Bulgarian. When I tried to read something in Bulgarian on a website, I understood almost all of it somehow, even though I was really surprised. Some of the sentences would be very vague for me because they were completely different words, but some of them made perfect sense. So yeah, I love it. So those were all of the things that I enjoyed in June. Please let me know what was your favorite thing in June, or what was your favorite thing that I showed you or told you about. Please let me know. And as usual, thank you very much for watching. Bye!